everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef. Today I'm going to show you how to make a copycat of Starbucks pink drink. So we're going to start off with coconut milk, which I've already done a complete batch in Pampered Chef's Deluxe cooking blender. I'm going to show you a couple things and then I'll show you how to make this from scratch. It's something that takes a little bit of time, and so I wanted to have the finished product so that you could see what happens after the 4-hour soaking time. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've already made the coconut milk here. I'm going to just do the custom blend just long enough to just kind of blend this back together because it's already started to separate, and then we're going to separate or just strain out the milk using the nut bag that comes with the Deluxe cooking blender, and then I'll tell you how to make this from start to finish. So let's go ahead and use the custom blend just long enough to just sort of reincorporate this. All right, so that's all that I'm going to do right now, and I'll tell you in just a few minutes what I've done so far. I have a reason for doing it in this order here. So I'm going to take the nut bag here, and you want to have a nice large bowl. I'm right-handed, so I need to switch this around here. You're going to pour the nut milk through this nut bag so that you can strain off any of that coconut pulp. Whoops, try that again. All right, and I'll just set that aside. You're going to use the little drawstring. And this is warm, it's not hot, like it's not too hot to handle, but it is a warm mixture. So you're just going to gently squeeze out all of the milk, and then you'll discard the pulp. All right, so let me show you. In our bag here, you have this coconut, all right? So let me strain that a little bit. I just tapped it in the water or in the milk, rinse my hands, and what I'm going to do is I need this coconut milk to be cold, and I'm going to speed that process up by pouring it into our quick stir pitcher with some ice. So that's why I'm doing it in this order, because I really need this to be cool for our pink drink. So I'm going to pour this in here, and I'm just going to let this sit for just a little bit, let that cool off. Now, to make the coconut milk, you're going to follow the instructions that come in the Deluxe Cooking Blender cooking guide that comes with your blender. There is a whole 2-page spread on how to make alternative milks. So for the coconut milk, you're going to start out with 2 cups of soaking water, and then you're going to add to that 1 cup of unsweetened coconut. So we're going to pour that in there. And let me grab a spoon and just sort of push this under the water. You can just kind of stir it up a little bit just so that it's all submerged. And then this step takes 4 hours. So what you're going to do is you can put this in the refrigerator or you can put it on the counter. Either way is fine. You're going to soak this for 4 hours. Now, when you're making some alternative milks, you are going to strain off the soaking water. But for coconut milk and for, make sure I tell you this right, excuse me, I want to make sure I tell you this correctly, and I'm not seeing it on here. So, oat and coconut milk, you're not going to strain the soaking water. So, like almond milk and your nut milk, you are going to strain off the soaking water, and then you just start with fresh blending water. So, once this has soaked for 4 hours, you're going to pour it into the blender container, and you're going to add to that 3 cups of blending water. So you're going to keep everything in this bowl, pour it in here, add 3 cups more of water. You're going to add a teaspoon of agave, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Once you've done that, then you're going to put your blender right on your blender cup onto your blender, and then you're going to turn this to the alternative milk setting. I have to put the lid on there for this to work. So you turn it to alternative milk. It's a 5-minute setting. You're going to press start, and what it's going to do is it's going to heat up and blend the coconut milk for you. So that is how you make the coconut milk. Next, we're going to turn this into our Copycat Starbucks pink drink. Okay, so I'll have enough coconut to do another batch of coconut milk. So I've got both of our quick stir pitchers here. So I have the 2-quart and the gallon. I'm going to just plunge this a little bit. just to try to cool this off a little bit, and then we're gonna pour it on top of our pink drink here. Now, ideally what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this refrigerate, and the fat in this coconut milk will rise to the top and you'll scrape that off. But for time's sake, I'm not gonna do that step. I'm gonna start off by just taking our smaller quick stir pitcher, and if you like Aldi like I do, this is a fun product that you can get. It is one of their Aldi finds, so it's a seasonal item. It's something that's not gonna be there all the time, so you can go snag it up. This is white cranberry strawberry juice cocktail. So I'm gonna do about a quart of this. Pour this in, and then I'm going to take our coconut milk, give it another little plunge, and the only reason I'm doing that is to cool it off. We're going to pour the coconut milk in here, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of the pink drink. There we go. And while I have this, I'm just gonna pour off all this coconut milk because I don't want it to be too watered down from the ice. There we go. Set this aside. And I can refrigerate that for later. Now, we're gonna blend it or mix this with the plunger in our quick stir pitcher here. I'm gonna get some ice, some fresh ice. And we're gonna add some freeze-dried strawberries. You could use fresh, but this is how the Starbucks drink they use the freeze-dried strawberries. So add yourself a garnish and just pour this right through. And if you want this to be a little bit more pink, you could add a couple of drops of red food coloring to brighten this up a little bit. But this is a copycat version of Starbucks pink drink. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I look forward to the next time I see you. Be sure to join my recipe community. You can find it at theflipflopchef.com. Take care.